Lupin. On defense, 74, Jimmy Mulligan. On defense, 26, Tommy Meyer. On defense, 55, Amir Jidic. On defense, 33, Jacob Van Poppel. In midfield, 35, Walefi. In midfield, 32, Christian Duke. In midfield, 88, Kevin Oliveira. At forward, 77, Tyler Fasher. At forward, 47, Mark Anthony Gonzalez. And at forward, number 30, Daniel Shallow. Starting lineup for your Sacramento Republic FC. In goal, number 1, Dominic Jakubek. On defense, number 7, Joaquin Rivas. On defense, number 2, Derek Boren. On defense, 8, Chris Christian. On defense, number 20, James Tuffy. In midfield, number 6, Augustine Casares. In midfield, number 17, Octavio Guzman. In midfield, 18, Daniel Triggett-Smith. At forward, 14, Cameron Iwasa. Midfielder number 5, Danny Barrera. Moving on to the field, Swope Rangers, your Sacramento Republic FC. They're coming both teams to the pitch, Railings and Bel Air. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join us now as we honor and remember the men and women of our military that gave their lives for our freedom of our country at home and abroad. And now, under the direction of Lieutenant Jane Hoffman,
please welcome Navy Band Southwest as they perform the national anthem of the United States of America. Thank you, Boy Scouts and Navy Band Southwest.
A perfect evening for a soccer match in the capital city. It's brought to you by UC Davis Children's Hospital. The Sacramento Republic hosting the Swope Park Rangers as the two clubs clash for the very first time. Good evening and welcome to Bonnie Field alongside Kevin Goldthwait. I'm Rob McAllister. To say Swope Park is struggling would be an understatement. The gunslingers from Kansas City can't seem to find their target. They have let their opponents run through town to take 4 of the last 5. For Sacramento, the script has been flipped. Deep into April, the offense was still in hibernation, but since May 7th, there has been something of an awakening. The Republic have scored 13 goals in the past 5 matches. Kevin Goldthwait, what has changed?
You know, I think it's credit to the staff, Paul Buckle and his staff, on what they've done and not hit the panic button when we had that little rough patch. And I think the key for them has been consistency, continue to do the good things and do them right, and that's what they've done so far. All
right, let's take a look at tonight's key contributors for Swope Park. We begin with Tommy Meyer, who has more than 30 MLS appearances.
Yeah, a guy that's a big center back, 6'2" in size, going to be tough for our forwards to deal with. One of those like solid presences in the back for Swope Park tonight.
And for Sacramento, Daniel Trickett-Smith, who just joined the club last week, has had an impressive run the last 2 matches. We're excited to see what he can do here tonight.
100%. So excited to see what he can do tonight. Not against his former club in the Liverpool U21. See how he settles in tonight at Bonnie Field, and really his debut league match tonight.
We begin with our away lineup, and up top, Tyler Pasher, Mark Anthony Gonzalez, and Daniel Shallowy, a trio that has had some experience together, but with Tierpak out, some changes with Mark Anthony Gonzalez up top. Meanwhile, for the Sacramento Republic, Dominic Jakubek back in the goal box, and so he will be back in there. So the Lodi native there, and Harry Williams, Cameron Watson, Daniel Trickett-Smith also in the attacking role. And for our away coach, NASL Coach of the Year, latching on with Kansas City this season, has Swope Park with 10 points after 8 games, Mark Dos Santos. And for the Republic, Paul Buckle, who is at the past 2 weeks, has his club probably playing the most exciting brand of soccer we have seen since maybe the 2014 playoff push.
Yeah, I mean, really right now, they're firing on all cylinders. Momentum is there. Now can we continue this into these league games, Rob? It's the big question.
All right, the Sacramento Republic will head to the north end of the field. They will be wearing their Old Glory red kits. Meanwhile, indigo blue for the visiting Swope Park Rangers. They will head to the south end of the field at Bonnie Field. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Tonight, we appreciate you joining us for this USL match. It's been a couple of friendlies, one in Reno, one here at Bonnie. But tonight, back to USL action. Bottom part of the field will be DTS, Daniel Trickett-Smith, Danny Barrera, Henry Williams to take the kickoff. Republic will start with the possession. Cameron Wassa from Jesuit High School, a local kid, will get things going in the offense. Pushing forward early on, Daniel Trickett-Smith, Harry Williams. Interesting to see how the two Brits can get these offense, give them a little bit of spark. We've seen what DTS can do. Nothing but fantastic play on the field in his first, about, let's say, almost an hour of play at this point in time.
Yeah, so far he showed really well, but now he's kind of settled in, and that initial surge that he probably has of energy and excitement playing with a new club. Let's see how he settles in tonight, and expect him to play high on that left side, as well as on the other side with Cam Wassa kind of mirroring DTS, and so they'll play really high and get involved on the flank of the attacking play and try to link up with Harry Williams.
Well, this defense has been so good for Sacramento, the best in the USL. Here's Trickett-Smith moving forward, finding Harry Williams, pokes it through to the left side, just outside the area, will send it across, and DTS gets a foot on it, cleared away. Great play, great decisive move by DTS.
Yeah, good job. Harry Williams gets himself involved, serves the ball in the box, and a good little move trying to nip across that front post. DTS does, gets a good foot on it, and Swope's able to clear it out.
Well, offensively, we talked about in the pregame, 13 goals in the last 5 games. I mean, what a drastic change. Only 2 goals as Harry Williams takes one up near the stomach, and the ball trickles out of play, so he'll be slow to get back up. But what a difference. I mean, you had people, fans, on social media saying they've got to make big changes. You've got to do something to get into scoring. Well, they didn't do a whole lot, and it seems to be working just fine. Well, here's Danny Brewer with the left foot. A little outswinger here comes in. Harry Williams, the target. Swope Park clearing, now looking to counter. Tavo with a touch on it as well. We talked about how good that defense was. Well, let me give you some numbers. With Dominic Jakubek in the box, they're allowing just .38 goals against a game. It's Tavo moving forward. They've only allowed 3 goals in USL play. All of those games where a goal was scored against them, they ended up losing the match. Quick touch, Swope Park is Oliveira who moves it forward. Swope Park can't get the attack moving, so Sacramento back with it a couple of minutes into play here. Swope Park 10 points on the season. They have lost 4 of 5, however. The last one last weekend against Rio Grande Valley gave up 2 goals in the first 15 minutes.
Swope Park's had their challenges on the road so far this year. Came out flying the first couple of games, getting some victories. Slowed down since and had a bit of a rough patch, like you said, Rob. 4 out of 5. And on the road, haven't played that well. So tonight, coming into a tough environment at Bonnie Field, and see how they can perform.
And it's interesting because the start, there were the friendlies when you had a lot of the USL clubs playing the MLS. They beat Colorado, and people thought, well, big deal. And so, but they had a really good preseason. And here's a club that started off pretty well. They started 2 wins and a draw. And since then, it has really gone all downhill.
Yeah, I mean, preseason's always kind of you can't take that into consideration if you're going to be winning your preseason games or losing your preseason games. It definitely matters how you perform, but I mean, I almost feel like, honestly, in my time playing, and now even with Republic, you know, watching them and paying attention to what they're doing in preseason, it's almost the mirror opposite, the exact opposite. You know, if you're scoring goals and doing well, maybe you get overconfident. Maybe if you're not performing well, maybe that first regular season game is really the shot in the arm that you need. So it's always been kind of interesting how those things settle out as the season rolls on. I think Swope's a good example.
Nice move by Tavo here, looking to forward. But you're right, they were the draw with Columbus. They beat Colorado, and everyone's feeling, you know, pretty good about Swope Park, and they're getting noticed. Here's the ball sent into the box, looking for Harry Williams from the left foot of Joaquin Rivas, who's getting the start as the original starter. Emra Clemente out with the Montenegro national team. But Swope Park was taking everyone by notice, and everyone's like, oh, we got a new club in the West here. It's going to be someone to deal with. Quickly sent off. Pasher into the middle, losing a step is Augie Caceres, and now a chance for Swope Park taking down. A foul will be called, and Christian Duke almost with a wide open look at net.
Yeah, just defensively. Augie slipping. The pitch sometimes gets a little slick for these guys. Augie goes down. Swope Park's able to pick it up in that dangerous area, but Derek Foran again diving in that situation needs to hold his ground, work his feet a little better rather than diving in. Concedes in a pretty difficult spot, so Jakubek's going to make sure that he needs to get the wall set up properly here and deal with it as he's shouting at the guys right now, telling them to get organized quickly.
Well, he's going to put his in that back line there.
And they're definitely unorganized right now, so Dom's talking to him. Wants the wall shifted.
You always got to be careful for a rebound on the play as well, as Gidic sagging just a little. Augustine Caceres here. It will be Christian Duke along with Tyler Pasher, both over the ball.
It's your left-footed and right-footed player, Pasher and Duke over the ball here. Wall set up on that Jakubek's left side. Leads me to believe a right footer is going to take it.
Christian Duke will take it himself, just sails over. A good look at it. Dominic Jakubek happy with his defense there. Christian Duke returning back to Kansas City. Played with Oklahoma City a season ago, had 4 assists in 19 appearances, but started with Sporting KC in 2014, was an overall pick in the supplemental draft, ended up being loaned to Orlando in that first season, has made his way back here. And so a good opportunity for Christian Duke to get Swope Park some notoriety and get back possibly to the first team with Sporting KC. Well, now we have a minute here, Kevin. Let's get your keys to the match.
Keys to the match are 3 keys tonight. Great opportunity tonight for Joaquin Rivas. So we got, obviously, with Emer Clemente out with the Montenegro national team, great opportunity for Rivas to come in here, show Paul what he can do, and also try to get some consistency and come in nicely and fill in for fill in for Clemente, as that back four has been playing so well. Number 2 here, link up with DTS in that final third. He's the guy that I want pulling the strings. He's always making the right decisions, always doing the correct things in that final third. Vital for the Republic to get him involved early in that final third. And finally, move the ball quickly. 1 and 2 touch across the field, wherever you are, final third, defensive third, whatever you want to call it. Move the ball quickly and get things zipping, and I think Swope Park would have big challenges if we could do those things tonight, Rob.
How did you feel about the midfield linking up with that attack in the Liverpool friendlies?
With DTS in there, I think it's just a big asset, and I think they linked up nicely, got some goals, got some good results, can be better still. We're not going to expect perfection, but I still think there's a few things in that final third decision-making, whether it's going to be a shot or a pass or a forcing the ball or having the patience. I think those decisions are what's really lacking, and really somebody in that position to grab the game by its throat and make decisions and get people around you, make them better. I think Daniel Trinket-Smith is and could be that solution for Sacramento, kind of fill the void that a guy like Roro left in the team.
DTS came on a little jet lagged in that first match here, played a nice 45 minutes, played a majority of the second game, is moving forward. Here goes Mark Anthony Gonzalez, still to his left, dumps it off the right side. Joaquin Rivas has to come over and play it. Derek Foran finally gets a foot on it and clears it away. Looking to counter here. Cameron Iwasa out on that right wing tonight in the midfield. But you can see Swope Park trying to find some combination plays in that attacking third. They're not going to take that first look. They might try to work for something a little bit better as they try to turn things around on their season. Has hit somewhat of a speed bump. Now they only have, still in the mix I should say, they only have 10 points on the season. That's only 3 less than the Republic have at the moment. The Republic right in the playoff picture. Many of the teams, however, playing 10 and 11 matches so far. So things will even out at some point if the Republic here shortly, as they have a couple of games in the middle of the week.
Yeah, Republic right now, a couple games in hand. A win tonight would put them pretty firmly up in that top 3 to 4 spot in the West with a game or 2 in hand, Rob. So the Republic sitting in a decent spot, but need to get results. Need to get 3 points here tonight. Need to get 3 points in the next match to really solidify themselves and continue that momentum. The momentum's such a big thing, Rob.
Well, so far, this is now the 5th match in 15 days as James Kiffey is called for a foul. To play that many matches, now you've had a couple of guys that's a lot of run, it's a lot of time that you're out on the pitch. At one point, James Kiffey said, I just can't wait for some rest. I mean, what's the mindset of that? I mean, you physically, mentally, you can go as much as you can physically. Yeah,
and you're halfway through it right now, too. I mean, we still have a tough 3 to 4 weeks left on this schedule. So really, it's all about taking care of your body, and you really got to take extra care of it right now, whether you're getting in for ice baths or warm tubs, whatever you want to do, but you got to make sure you're really taking care of your body. And this is where your training staff becomes a really big asset for a club. Having them know what needs to be done and be able to relay that to the players, make sure they're getting enough sleep, and start to really monitor everything about what they're doing post game, and that's where it becomes vital. And for this stretch right now, it's absurd how many games they have. It's a lot. It's a really heavy schedule, but it is what it is. And like I said, that training staff is going to be really important to make sure they monitor and keep track of what our guys are doing.
Well, here's Tyler Pasher, the left-footed striker, gets it back on a short corner, back post, heavy touch. Easy for DTS to clear it away. First Kearney corner kick of the evening here in Sacramento. Swope Park right back at it. Dominic Jacoba come out with a dangerous play, and he swats at it and able to send it out. It was Olefi who was right there in the neighborhood, putting some pressure. But Swope Park here with a couple of chances here with possession. And they've got another match coming up, the Republic do, on Wednesday against Kitsap Pumas in the U.S. Open Cup, and then back here on Saturday against Los Angeles Galaxy 2. And that game will be broadcast on the CW31 as well, but make sure you're here for that. Those games are always electric. NorCal, SoCal, what a great rivalry matchup between the two clubs. So you do not want to miss that one. We'll keep up to date with all USL all season long, visiting USLsoccer.com. Everything you know about the 29 teams. Here's Harry Williams with a chance, out in open play. Can he beat him? Gets one step on it, way to find the net. It trickles to the left side of the post. Everything done right. And defensively at the very end, it looks like Djidic might have twisted Harry just a tad. He wanted a call, will not get it. Great opportunity and a mistake on Zach Lubin. He's lucky not to concede a goal here.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking here. Zach Lubin just completely caught in no man's land. Should have come out a little bit earlier, come off his line, cleared the ball. Fortunate for the Republic, doesn't. Harry Williams able to get on the end of it, but just can't finish it. Takes a little touch around the goalkeeper, but good tracking back by Swope Park's back four and able to clear it out.
Well, here's a chance, back post. Looking again, Duke sliding out of play. Here it is again. So as Williams made a break for it. Great ball by Danny Barrera here. That's what they've been asking for him to do. And he was taken down. I don't know if you're going to get that call, but I don't know if Lubin may have gotten a finger on it just to direct it enough, because it was about a foot wide to the left of that near post.
Yeah, he had a lot to do after he takes that touch around the goalkeeper. Probably would have liked him, honestly, in that situation, just try to put it on target rather than take the touch around the goalkeeper. Not sure how the angle was for Harry, but you see him as he's making that run. He's looking up at the goalkeeper, probably even expecting him to come out the entire time.
Here's a great play for Pasher. Foreign able to get a boot on it, so quickly back to Jakubek.
But, you see him peeking up and thinking about it.
Ooh, and takes one hard off the chest is Kevin Oliveira. And James Kiffey tried to clear it. Oliveira comes sweeping in.
So he takes it right off the chest. Knocked the wind out of you a little bit. He's up and good.
You could hear that one. I mean, the fans to our right, you could hear the oohs. They felt a little pain in the home crowd giving him a...
But going back, I mean, another look at it, but going back to that, that's the chance that, if you're a striker, a guy like Harry, you gotta take it. If you want to be the person that's going to be game in and game out, relied upon and given opportunity, those are chances that you can't let go by. You got to take it. You got to take that $100 bill off the ground. If it's sitting there, you take it. You don't let it pass. I think Harry's going to be thinking about that one tonight, Rob.
So no score here. 14th minute. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. At Bonnie Field for another USL matchup, the 9th for the Republic this season. The last USL match was a 2-0 win over the Sounders 2. Tommy Thompson, who was on loan for that match, with 2 goals. One coming on a penalty kick after Uwasa was fouled in the box. Chris Christian tracking back. Along goes Oliveira, who just took one hard off the chest. Chris Christian. Great defensive play, and it will be a goal kick coming up for Sacramento.
It's well done there by Chris Christian, just shielding the ball out.
Swope Park defensively, we've talked about their struggles. Now, they have allowed a goal in every single match. And if you watch some of the tape just from a week ago against Rio Grande Valley, a lot of holes between those two center backs, which is surprising because you have Tommy Meyer and Amir Djidic. Two very good players. Tommy Meyer with more than 30 appearances with the LA Galaxy first team. What's going on, Kev?
Yeah, it's just probably just continuity's not there. It could be a little...
Here's Kawasa finding DTS. DTS just late arriving. Back up Otavio Guzman to clean it up. Slow it down, and there will be a foul call. It comes in late, and Daniel Trickett-Smith, who scored on a free kick in Reno against Liverpool U21s, with another chance here to try to find his first USL goal. Great look from the right foot of Daniel Trickett-Smith. Danny Barrera with the left foot will come near him, and now the crowd getting into it, stomping their feet here on the metal bleachers. Sizing it up appears to be Danny Barrera.
You always look at who's putting the ball down, and I saw DTS is the one that was setting the ball up for a strike for himself. So interesting to see if Barrera.
It'll be DTS into the arms of Zach Lubin. Zach Lubin with Tulsa Roughnecks a season ago had 2 shutouts and 15 appearances Played in Sweden before that. So far this season, making his 3rd appearance, he's allowed 5 goals. So he can be had. The 26-year-old from Bozeman, Montana, getting the start tonight. Moving forward, Shallowy. Shallowy's been quiet so far early on, trying to get to the byline. Will we have a corner? And we do. The second goal or corner kick for Swope Park tonight. Shallowy from Budapest, Hungary, but a homegrown player. One of those weird times where you have a designated player that also is part of this homegrown. So this is an outswinger, back post, looking for trouble, and it comes up. Swope Park with a good look. It was Gedic, and Gedic not able to find target. Sacramento still on the backside, looking for again an offside call will be called this time. It appears to be on Gedic.
Yeah, it's a good service in the box right there. Dominic was caught in no man's land, fooled him a little bit, tries to come out and realizes it's going to sail over his head. Not the position, not the place you want to be in.
Couple good looks for Swope Park tonight. Both teams have had at least one good chance at it, as Jacobet takes his time. Cameron Iwasa, Sacramento product. And down goes, hard goes Joaquin Rivas, and the whistle will blow. So here's Joaquin Rivas, gets some time in after the youngster Carlos Rodriguez, who along with JJ Koval is on the injured list tonight. Gets a chance after Gonzalez goes out, Rodriguez goes out. Plays a good 45, and they got more time with Liverpool U21s on Wednesday. Paul Buckle said, we got to help him out defensively. We know that that's not his natural position, but he moves forward so well. I really want to give him a chance there. How do you assess that?
Yeah, I mean, credit to him, too. Hasn't really been a part of things for the first part of the season so far. Comes in, is asked to play a position that's not his normal, most comfortable spot on the field, and has done a pretty decent job. And like Paul said, he's so good going forward and able to kind of drive into that attacking third, but defensively still, not to his fault, just doesn't know where to cheat, where not to cheat, where to kind of take chances and where not to take chances. And I think in the Liverpool games, both of them got caught out a few times, but nothing that's unexpected for a player in that position. I think it just means it's a good opportunity.
Here's Danny Pereira, cuts it back to the right foot, dinks over the top, sails away.
Just poor decision. I mean, good effort there by Danny, but he's on his weaker right foot. You saw the result there, trying to pull the trigger on that with that right foot and just sails it over and wide.
So Joaquin Rivas, 19 appearances a season ago, 1 assist. He's still a young guy, 23 years old. How difficult is that? I mean, you played center back MLS. How difficult does it make a transition? Here's a guy who's predominantly been a midfielder his entire career.
Well, the thing when you're playing outside back, whether it's a left or right, what I always thought is you're on an island out there, whether you're with the ball or without the ball. Defensively, you're typically on an island. Someone's going to be running at you full speed, and you got to work your feet. Good break opportunity here for Sacramento.
There's Octavio Guzman. Daniel Trigger-Smith, cheeky little move, righty finding Tavo. Tavo just a tad late.
But you're on an island out there, and defensively it says that's the tricky thing for him. And even getting the ball at your feet, you don't necessarily, your first touch is different than where you are when you're higher up the field. You really got to open up your hips and then think to distribute and not take 2 more touches to take somebody on. So there's definitely a bit of a transition. A good little touch right
Here's
there.
Here's a move. Oliveira breaking free. Out to the Dominic Jacobet comes out, makes the save anyway, but it was offside on Marc-Anthony Gonzalez as the flag goes up.
He was just caught offside right there. You see some conversations going on with the back four right there with Derek Foran and James Kiffey. Not sure if Derek's saying he needs to be a little bit deeper, as Chris is just in no man's land right there. Derek's slipping. Well saved by Dominic, coming out, times it really nicely. Offside nonetheless. But looks like James Kiffey might have been a little bit deep. That might have been the conversation between Foran and Kiffey, but at the end of the day, Kiffey does just enough to keep him, or to make sure he is offside.
Pasher and Oliveira putting pressure on. Oliveira in the midfield, but more of an attacking mid. He's played up more, and we've seen Daniel Shallowy almost play back into the midfield, so it's interesting to see those two interchanging early in the get-go in the first 20 or so minutes.
Yeah, it looks like you got even Dos Santos talking maybe to his holding midfielders. Maybe asking, talking to Christian Duke there, maybe asking for two guys to hold right there. As there's been a bit of a gap between that back four and those holding midfielders that I think Sacramento's exposed a little bit in the last 10 minutes. So Dos Santos doing a little bit of tactical changes in there right now.
And you'll see a Christian Duke setting back as well. And here's Duke again. Wins the ball from Barrera. Now with his left foot, he's moving along. To the left side, Shallowy. Shallowy to take a strike from distance, right off of the back of Joaquin Rivas. Shallowy with 21 goals during his time with the Sporting KC Academy. Harry Williams to the midfield, dicing in between the defense, gets through the area one more time. Can he take a shot? Up and out of play. Beautiful display by number 9, Harry Williams.
Oh, pretty special little piece of play right there. Harry Dyson on that right side, just little dekes, little fake shots cut right across his body. He does it 2 or 3 times. Fantastic effort by Harry. We get another look here, just splitting the back four. Good little change of pace and change of direction right there, but great tackle, saving tackle right there.
Short corner. Back out, Danny Barrera to his left foot, looking to turn the corner, looking for the back post. Darren Park slip, still in play for Sacramento. Sent out of play.
And even as that play's going forward, Paul Buckle still yelling at Augie, trying to sort something out. Christian, I think he's yelling at him, probably wants to get him stuck in on that tackle. Don't let Swope Park have that much time to turn and run right at the heart of the Republic's defense. So Paul's not happy right now, trying to sort that back four out, tighten things up. Yeah, you got him. He's telling guys, make tackles, get stuck in, make your presence known.
James Kiffey moving forward. Daniel Trickett-Smith.
Tough ball for DTS to deal with right there. Does a good job.
Amir Djidic. Throwing here for James Kiffey. Harry Williams. High kick. Djidic able to get it bad, clear. Back is Danny Barrera looking for a basketball, making a cut. Was Cameron Owasa, just couldn't get up on it. The goalkeeper, Zach Lubin, comes way off his line to send it out of play. Swope Park starting to feel a little bit of the pressure here.
Yeah, Sacramento's got to keep this pressure on as well. Smelling blood in the water, Sacramento is right now. Now's where you got to really start pressing. When you have these little momentum shifts, Rob, these are always so vital, which I like to see teams, when you get this, continue to do it. Continue to press and continue to make decisions and make Swope Park's back four make decisions and step out.
Back heel from DTS starts it to Harry Williams, now sent out wide. Here's Joaquin Rivas, takes it from his left foot, first touch, second touch, set in play. James Kiffey looking for it, swings back. And it's blocked by Mulligan.
Great build-up right there. You see Daniel Trickett-Smith being the one kind of starting it and then also being in the box and getting himself involved.
Well, here's Kiffey with the left foot. It's too hard of a touch and blew the chance.
Yeah, heavy touch here. We're getting another look at this Barrera cross, but really love that DTS is the one that starts this. It's a poor clearance by Swope Park. Barrera gets his head up, sees Owasa in the box, just a little bit too high, but looks like Owasa doesn't time his jump very well either. But love that DTS is the guy that starts the play and continues that run and gets himself involved to potentially get on the end of a cross. And I think Rivas, at the end of the day, on that service should have been better.
It's interesting to see 2 players from the United Kingdom, Harry Williams, Daniel Trickett-Smith. They take fewer touches, and it's been contagious, Kevin. We've seen the rest of the club taking fewer touches, and that was a bigger problem to start the month of this season, was that too many guys taking too many touches and they couldn't find good opportunities. That's completely changed here in the last 4 weeks. Joaquin Rivas making a good run. We'll send it back out.
It's really well done there by Rivas. Just drives into that final third. See if we can keep it in there. Go side to side.
Spacing's been good for Swope Park. They've sucked in a lot of area to work with for the Republic. Cut off Swope Park. Tavo. Sending it through. Here's along the touchline. Here's Rivas. Rivas has plenty of space going against Campernell. Looking to the back post. Looking for DTS.
That's a poor ball. Needs to be driven in. Too much snow on that ball.
Here's DTS. Quick touch. Back to Kiffey. Kiffey cuts it in. Kiffey's so good at finding his way into the middle of the park and making opportunities for this Republic attack. Tavo sprays it out way right, near to the touchline, keeping it in play is Rivas. Rivas with his left foot, back post again, looking for DTS.
He's just leaning back on those services. He needs to get his chest over the ball.
Well, here's the Republic attack continues as Williams tried to find Tavo there. And so finally the defense for Swope Park able to take a breath, as that back four has been tested quite often here in these last 10 minutes or so. Well, Nike, a proud partner of the USL and Sac Republic FC. Follow Nike on Twitter at Nike Soccer for the latest information about Nike and all that is the world of soccer. Moving along here, Oliveira, Christian, back again. Williams was breaking, but likely would have been offside. Tavo very physical early on tonight. You can see him out in the midfield. He's been allowed to play up a little with Agustin Caceres kind of sucking back in. He's going to become a defensive midfielder. I know you like Tavo moving forward.
I like Tavo in that central position. You see he's really playing really underneath Harry Williams, almost as that number 10. But I mean, the formation with now that we have DTS in here playing up high on that left side as he gets on the ball.
Looking to work it in. Here's Kiffy with a nice move. Never quit. The first one here's a back post looking for Cameron Iwasa. Out chases Jacob Capernal, and a foul will be called.
Needs to be better there. Iwasa, no reason to foul. I love the effort to try to get on the ball.
So Jacob Campernol signed with OKC a season ago, made 25 appearances as a rookie, was one of the key players for the Energy and their strong run in the West. He's 22 years of age, went to the University of Northern Carolina in Wilmington. Is making his 7th appearance here with this club. Interesting what Swope Park did. They tried to get some veterans to mix them in with some of their really young guys. Your Shallowies working with your Gonzaleses. I mean, you went and got Christian Duke. And they tried to get Mulligan. They got Meyer. Trying to find a good combination this early get-go. And
it's always interesting to see how these guys start to try to build their rosters. You know, where do they decide to go heavy on? You have typically 3 or 4 different kind of categories where you place players, and you got your young developmental guys, you got your senior guys that are older, that have been around the league for a while or been in MLS for a while. Then you have maybe your college kids coming in. They're usually 21, 22, 23 years old. And then there's also the old vet that's been around for a while. And it's always interesting to see what especially in the USL, what teams are trying to do, especially teams with a real direct relationship with the MLS clubs.
Harry Williams takes it off the chest. One bounce. Nobody with him. He's got to send it out wide to Cameron Iwasa, who finds himself in the area.
Tell you what, that 3-prong approach, you got the 3.
It stays in play. Iwasa with his left foot again sent out a play, but
3 really dangerous players going forward with Harry, DTS, and Cam Iwasa, and they're doing a really good job of especially Harry and Cam on that outside, getting the ball and just driving at the heart of Swope Park's back 4.
Play near the end line. Misplayed by Gonzalez, and a chance for the Republic as Iwasa comes away with it. For Mark Dos Santos, you know, is the coach of the year in the NASL for Ottawa, and worked his way back here with Kansas City. And he's a coach and manager that has a theory that not only is his primary goal to develop these players, get him Sporting KC, but he has the option that winning comes along with that. It's not 2 separate things, that you can have both. I think for them it's going to be finding that chemistry. And although they haven't made a lot of changes up and down, I think around 4 total loanees for Swope Park from Sporting KC. DTS can't keep his feet on it.
Yeah, he's got no one with no support with him. Like to see him turn it around and maybe try to find Kiffy, or have Kiffy get up on that flank and support.
Bounces around along the shoulders of Tavo and Christian Duke. Tavo able to keep it in the attack. Tavo moving forward. Overlapping is Rivas. Rivas near the touchline, going against Jacob Campernol, who's shadowing him. Sends this ball down low, looking for Tavo. Caceres gives it right back and right off the chest of Oliveira.
Tell you what, I mean, Rivas on that right side, getting himself in good positions, but that final cross, the final pass is absolutely letting him down right now. Don't know why he's coming back to that left foot to try to serve the ball in the box. Keep it on your right, take a touch and just swing it in. Drive it low, right across the face, and good things typically happen when you put the ball in those situations as he's getting on the ball again here, Rob.
Rivas moving forward. Rivas will take a shot from distance. sends it over the bar.
Yeah, Lubin definitely caught Lubin off guard there. Didn't think that Rivas was going to come in and have a strike. Decent effort there. Like to see him hit target. Another look right now as Rivas just dips that shoulder in.
Pretty good looking ball overall.
Tries to find that upper corner. Good technique on that. Just kind of gets away, gets a little bit too much under it, obviously.
I like the aggressiveness of it, though. You've got to like it. From number 7.
Yeah, but you were talking about Dos Santos and the development discussion that everyone has, especially with these USL sides and academies.
Oh, here's a break for Oliveira. Oliveira taken down to the open field. Good chance moving forward. Swope Park, and a late whistle blows as Gonzalez can't get a good look, and he has a yellow card for Derek Foran.
Our back four just got opened up like a can of sardines right there. That's just Chris Christian being lazy, not knowing what's around him. That's not thinking enough, and then if you get another look at this tackle by Derek Foran, I think he gets the guy. I'm not sure who.
It's Oliveira.
Oliveira gets him above the knee almost with his studs. Fortunate, really, for Derek for only to be shown a yellow, because that looked pretty dangerous and pretty high.
That's a 3rd yellow card handed to Derek Foran on the USL season.
But really, the concentration there by Chris Christian, and this is what you see as the season goes on, and you start to play more games, and especially in a period like this, you get a good look here. Watch how high he gets him right there. Studs up, clearly not going for a ball at that point. You see Derek's fully committed, pot committed, if you will, in that situation, and decides, you know what, I'm not going to get the ball, so let's bring the guy down, and does what he needs to do as a center back. You can't let people run through the heart of your two central back pairing.
I think you're right, though. I think he's very lucky not to have been handed a red there.
I mean, there would be the argument. I think that's what they're talking about right now. Look how high that is. Exactly. It's Swope Park letting the 4th official know that.
82 degrees here at Bonnie Field in Sacramento. A great night, as the wind is just a slight breeze at this point. Comes and goes. Oliveira is slow to get off, and there is no doubt about that. He was hit pretty hard from the boot of Derek Foran.
Just get Pasher on this with his left foot. Christian Duke hit a good one about 10-15 minutes ago. Rob, surprised he's not going to be standing on top of it either.
Half hour plus gone by, no score. Tyler Pasher from Ontario, Canada, the 22-year-old, will take a crack at it, looking right into the hands of Dominic Jakubek. So Dominic Jakubek, 36 years of age, has been one of the best goalkeepers in the USL this season. Harry Williams, beautiful touch, able to control that for a moment.
Harry did all the hard work, and then just his final touch is too heavy. But what a ball out of the back from goalkeeper. A poor giveaway there by Rivas. But what a ball by Dominic, just right on the full stride. Harry Williams coming out.
Here comes one hot off of Jakubek into the stand. Dominic Jakubek, too, he's had a good run in college. Chico State, played with Chris Wondolowski, the great college team, the Wildcats up north. Oliveira will try to hit a spinning ball. Christian heads it, keeps it in play. DTS back to the middle of the park, and now it's an opportunity. Jimmy Mulligan. Oliveira. Oliveira sends this one a hard cross. Cameron Owasa will just put it up play. Both teams with good chances. A couple of set pieces as well for each. And Swope Park's defense, who has struggled mightily in the last 5 matches, giving up 4 last weekend on the road, has held its own here tonight, although Republic have put a lot of pressure on the back 4. Become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive news and interactive content, or follow them at USL on Twitter. Keep up all the live action during the 2016 USL season. DTS, Tavo, Barrera, good combination. Now Cameron Owasa moving forward, trying to work his way into the box. We'll try to need to split 2 defenders here. Campernoll, and Owasa just sends it and clears it away.
And we've talked about this before. He just needs to have a better idea of what he wants to do before he gets the ball. gets the ball, just puts his head down, tries to drive. Don't get me wrong, as a right winger, you definitely want that, but only in certain situations. Sometimes it's better to keep the ball. And he kind of just dribbles himself into pressure situations and still hasn't an idea of what exactly he wants to do. So I want to see him, in order for him to really take his game over the edge, I think he's got to have a picture in his mind before he gets the ball of where it should go and where he wants it to go. So I think he's just a fraction of a second too slow on some of these things. And as you go through the course of a game or a course of a play for that matter, that fraction of a second is massive.
Stellar career at UC Riverside. Signed here after being let go. Daniel Trickett-Smith. Trickett-Smith will send one in, a backheader from Harry Williams. Well played by Zach Lubin.
A good effort by Harry there. You know, does exactly what you expect in that situation. Try to put the ball back to the far post. Maybe even have your right winger, Cam Iwasa, slashing in behind, but a good combination play there and a good little break between Tavo out to DTS, and DTS there's a good ball into Harry Williams.
Nearly 37 minutes played. No score between Swope Park Rangers and the Sacramento Republic. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Eric Foran heading it away early with a yellow card just a few moments ago. Lucky not to have been hit with a red. Taking down Oliviera. Now there's a chance for Daniel Shallowy. Shallowy into the area, cutting it back, looking for Pasher.
It's well done by Chris Christian. Finds himself in a good position as he slides back with Swope Park, with their striker right there. Doesn't commit. He's able to intercept the pass, the cross.
Moving forward, here's going to take a shot. It'll stay on the turf. And last touch by the Republic. So it'll be a corner kick coming up.
Get a good look here at Harry Williams. Good little flick. Tough for him to really be, expect to score from there. Not much of a challenger. Difficult for Lubin to kind of gobble that up. But once again, I think the decision's there. That's the right decision. You can't fault that. Would have taken something really special from that situation, that position, to beat Lubin.
Swope Park from the corner. Bobbled high, good look.
Oh, once again, Jakubek, he's getting sucked out right there, and he gets caught in no man's land. That's not where you want to be. Really, I think if I'm Simon Down, the goalkeeper coach, Simon Shepard on the bench, you got to be talking to him about that. He's getting sucked out and finds himself in a really poor position. It just takes a simple knock. Anything on target really is going to be a goal. As Dom's finding himself in a really difficult position.
Well, Jidic and Meyer have had a couple of good chances on set pieces.
Yeah, they're getting on the end of it.
Oliviera moving forward. Shrugs off Caceres, sprays it out wide to Shallowy. Shallowy, the mark is Rivas, who has little experience there. Rivas able to just get a toe on it and slow it down enough for Dominic Jakubek.
That's all you can ask for Rivas right there. It's a great job. Poor distribution again.
Getting sloppy here.
For how good his...
Here's Oliviera.
For how good his drop kick to Harry Williams, that was equally as bad, throwing the ball out of his hand.
All USL matches are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube. Follow the action at USL YouTube channel. Tower Bridge Battalion dancing, banging their drums, trying to will a score here. Republic have been on a tear as of late. Scoring has not been a problem. The defense has been just as good. 2 goals in the friendly against the Liverpool U21 is the first time this season.
It's a good foul there by Augie. Slow things down. Kind of overcommits himself. Needs to pull him down.
Last time the U21, or excuse me, last time the Republic allowed the 2 goals was to San Jose at the start of the season. Christian volleys it off his chest. We'll look for Williams. Trickett-Smith. bumped by Oliviera. Oliviera, number 88, has been active as anyone tonight. Took a high studs to the, appears to be just over the kneecap of the right thigh there. Got up, seemed to be okay, but he has been pretty much box to box tonight. He has been the one probably thorn in the side of the Republic tonight. Kiffy with Pasher wins the battle there. Looking forward is Harry Williams. He's got 3 defenders around him. Can't poke it into Cameron Iwasa. Not much spacing. Shallowy from Budapest, Hungary. Just 19 years of age. 3 goals, 3 assists. Playing his 8th match for Swope Park. Mulligan, the right back. Now Swope Park taking their time with a few minutes left here in the first half of play.
Get a good look at this right now. Let's see if we can get a look at what Harry Williams does here. As the ball's played into him, we probably just missed it right there, but Harry, as the ball's on his way to him, he takes a peek over his left shoulder, Rob. And that's what you really know, where guys are thinking before the ball's getting to them, they're already trying to make decisions. And that's what I like about Harry. And you see it with DTS as well. And that's what Cam needs to do, I think. Cam needs to be the guy.
Well, here's Oliviera sprinting forward, lays it out there for Shallowy. Jakubek just able in time.
Cam needs to take a page from that and see that as that ball's coming in, you got to be thinking of what you're going to do and who's making the run. Love to see Harry back to the goal, peeking over his shoulder as the ball's on his way to his feet. Good little piece of technical play there by Harry Williams.
Sprint stoppage time, 1 minute. No score here. First 43 minutes. Joaquin Rivas getting the start for Emmer Clementa. Clementa should be heading back tomorrow, but we'll see whether or not he will participate on Wednesday. Moving forward now. Here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez breaking free. Let it out for Shallowy. Shallowy has a great chance at it. Joaquin Rivas a step late. Dominic Jakubek comes out and gives a little tap on the head of his right back tonight.
Yeah, that's well done by Rivas, doing the hard work right there, getting himself involved. Dom's coming out. Dom would have had a really difficult situation there if it wasn't for Joaquin defensively stepping up right there.
Swope Park's chances have dramatically increased here. This attack has found its way. It's picked up a couple of key fouls outside the box, and now they're the ones putting the pressure up. And now it's getting a little testy down near the box. Appears to be Derek Thorne involved somehow.
Jakubek,
there's a Jakubek, you're right. It's Gonzalez, and so they'll separate the two.
And this is interesting. Look at how Swope Park is setting up on this set piece, this corner kick. They're just putting a bunch of bodies in that box, right in the goal mouth.
They have 5, and they're moving one out, and that's Shallowy. This one's bounced in, and just all ways to talent.
Yeah, it's just a poor ball, but an interesting little setup right there, trying to cause some congestion and confusion.
Well, now they're getting right back at it. Here's a header in the middle of the park. Here's a chance. Jakubek able to clip it away, and it's Jidik again.
Dominic needs to slow things down.
He waves his hand and says, my fault on that one. Right back to Swope Park. About 2 minutes to play here in the first half of play. Shallowy back to Oliviera. Oliviera trips up. Cameron Iwasa able to get his feet in the spokes.
That's well done by Cam right there, tracking back. But once again, a little bit of concern in my mind for the back four, especially our 2 center halves.
Kiffy. Down goes Williams. Whistle blows, and Tommy Myers upset.
But 2 center halves, they're completely, they're not in tune, not in sync. You got guys stepping. Chris is stepping. Derek's not following or covering well enough, and vice versa. Definitely on different pages. And I see, like, when I start seeing Derek start shouting at a lot of people, I usually feel.
Here's Trickett Smith. Back from Harry Williams. Trickett Smith take on the chest, and a handball.
But once I see Derek start shouting at his guys, I feel that's typically one of his fallbacks. In his mind to start shouting at people, knowing that he's the one that's making these mistakes. So Derek, you start seeing him shout at players. It's typically meaning Derek's not having a good match.
You seem like you know that maybe from experience.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, Rob.
Well, SRFC will launch their first clinic for 3 to 6-year-olds when they host a Junior All Skills Clinic on June 11th. Register online. Learn more at sacrepublicfc.com. I think they call it projecting, Kevin.
Yes, you might have taken a psychology class in college or two.
Throw in here, Mulligan. Down goes Oliveira, shoulder from Chris Christian. Oliveira has taken a beating tonight.
Look at that, 45th minute. There's no reason to foul there whatsoever. It's just laziness, and that's not, like heavy legs. He probably has something to do with it, but that's mentally. Mentally, all you have to do is think, just force him backwards, make him play it back. He's in no danger. And you put yourself in a situation now with a minute left in this first half. Swope Park's got a great opportunity to get something on target.
Pasher sends it in off the noggin to Christian, and that will mean the final whistle of the half. So after about 45 minutes and some change, no score from Bonniefield. It's the Republic, it's Swope Park. It's been an exciting one. Neither team able to get on the board quite yet. We'll have your highlights coming up.
Welcome to Jiffy Lube. How can we help you today?
We'd like to get an oil change, please.
Great. Why don't you both follow me this way and we'll get you set up. Can I offer you some coffee, water?
Water.
Yeah, 2 waters would be great.
We're running a special promotion. All you gotta do is take a shot at go, and if you make it, you win free oil changes for life.
Wow. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Let's get you inside and taken care of. All right, we are all ready for you.
And now here is a chance for this couple to win oil changes for life from Jiffy Lube.
Working with Bonnie, they've always given me the flexibility to have time off, to be a dad, to be a husband. They make family a priority in the company.
I have worked here at Bonnie for 9 years. Everyone in the office treats each other with respect. I really feel like my voice is heard here.
Working with Bonnie, I'm able to offer customers solutions for energy savings, healthier indoor air. The simple things that we do for other people that makes them smile makes my day.
Republic FC fans, welcome to Beer and Bike Night. We are down here for the Jack in the Box late night foodie night call relay race with 2 teams. Team 1 right here, I'm got with David and Daniel. And on my right over here, I got Josh and Esteban. They're gonna try to win some Jack Cash from Jack in the Box. All they have to do, they have to dribble the ball. First contestant will dribble the ball up to the first cone, put on their pants, pajama pants, dribble over to the second cone where they'll put on their pajama shirts, and then dribble up to the third cone and put on their pajama hat. Dribble the ball back to their teammate, and their teammate has to do the same thing at each cone. The first team to score the goal on the big goal over there is the winner. Are you guys ready? Go to your spots. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, looks like Esteban's got a little bit of a lead. He's got to put those pants on. Come on, David. Good, good, go. There we go. Look at that. He's already at his shirt. Come on, Esteban. Dribble that ball quick. Nice dribbling. There we go. Got to put on your hat right there. Got to put on your hat. Come on. And dribble back. Perfect. Got to dribble back. Got to pass it to your teammate. Ah, here we go, and they've got the lead right here. David and Daniel on the lead. He's got to put on his pants. Oh, they're catching up. Here comes Josh. He's going to put on the pants, and he's going to catch up. Oh, now it's coming through. Come on, we got to put on the shirt. A little quicker, Find those holes. Come on, you got to put it on. You got to put on the hat before you shoot. You got to put on the hat before you shoot. Oh, there we go. We got the winners. David and Daniel are our winners. Great job, David and Daniel. Come on over here. We want to congratulate you guys right here. Want to congratulate you guys, giving you some Jack Cash. And guess what? What section are you guys from?
103.
Section 103, you too are going away with some Jack in the Box coupons. Congratulations, Section 103. David and Daniel just hooked you up with some free Jack in the Box coupons. Oh, yeah. You want to keep the pajamas, maybe next time. Section 103, congratulations. Give them some cheer right here for David and Daniel, our winners of the Jack in the Box late night footy call relay race. Jamie, back to you.
And the Sacramento Republic FC and Roundtable Pizza would like to welcome everyone celebrating a special occasion with us this evening. I'd like to wish a happy 14th birthday to Scott Carter. Happy 13th birthday, Austin. Happy birthday, Lexi Taylor. Happy 60th, Julio Cota. Happy 26th birthday, Chelsea Steady. Happy birthday, Trent and Dan Wilson. And a happy 40th to Craig Wilson. If you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary and you want to have your name up on Bonnie Vision, you can just email community@sacrepublicfc.com.
Republic FC fans, it's time to meet tonight's Lucky Row giveaway winner. We have over here, I'm over here in section 104, row 8. Everybody right here in section 104, row 8. You guys walking away with Mr. Pickles sandwich. Free coupons, buy a sandwich and a salad at Mr. Pickles. You guys are all gonna walk away with here's our Lucky Row giveaway winners from Mr. Pickles, proud sponsor of RepublicFC.com.
All right, fans, time for that Sprint trivia question of the match. Switch to Sprint, save 50% for a limited time. Earlier, we asked you where the Republic FC's new player, Daniel Triggett-Smith, was from. The correct answer, A, Newcastle under Lyme. Thanks for playing Sprint Trivia. Please welcome tonight's groups in attendance.
Marching in, and we are following along to win the cup and stand alone, victorious and strong. We love our football club, and we will always sing this song. The Republic marches on. Glory, glory, Sacramento. Glory, glory, Sacramento. Glory, glory, Sacramento. The Republic marches on.
Our Western Health advantage is access to health care close by.
Our advantage is doctors we know and trust. Our advantage is a lot of flexibility and choices.
My advantage is a plan that I can afford, so I can afford other things.
From doctors and specialists you know and trust to affordable plans and flexibility, Western Health Advantage has an advantage that's perfect for you.
Advantage Smith family.
Advantage Allie and Dad.
Western Health Advantage. Advantage you.
I pitch for the San Francisco Giants, but my most important job is being a dad. I take mis hijos for regular checkups to stay healthy, but over 1 million undocumented Californians cannot see a doctor. People are in pain, even dying from treatable diseases. No matter who you are or where you were born, healthcare is a basic human right. If we make healthcare real for everyone who calls California home, then we'll hit a home run. And that's what's up.
Republic FC is honored to announce the 4th recipient of our Glory Glory Sacramento Fund as Community Outreach Academy Elementary School. Joining us on the pitch tonight are teachers and students from the school, along with our Executive Vice President and co-founder, Joe Wagner. Community Outreach Academy will receive $2,500 to support their perfect attendance programs. Let's give these teachers and students a round of applause for all their hard work and efforts. Be sure to stop by the California Highway Patrol booth in the market to be registered as a designated driver for tonight's game. In return for your pledge, you'll receive a wristband and a small prize courtesy of Spectra Food Services. Visit the CHP in the market to learn more.
No score after the first half of play at Bonnie Field between Sacramento and Swope Park. Well, here's your halftime highlights presented by NorCal Honda. NorCal gets it for style, performance, and value. You can't beat Honda. See your Northern California Honda dealer for the best deals. For details, visit NorCalHondaDealers.com. It was a combination platter so far in that first 45. We saw quite a few different opportunities and chances for each club. There's a free kick. And again, Swope Park had the possession tally early. Dominic Jacobek back and forth coming off his line. Republic started to turn things around and put the pressure on themselves.
Yeah, they had a pretty evenly fought first half, to be honest. Harry's got to score that, by the way. And I really think chance-wise, we had the better chances, but stat-wise, pretty even. A good play, and really, I think a lot of things to work on for Sacramento in the locker room coming in. I'm really concerned about that back four, especially our two center backs. Need to play better in the second half. Can't allow Swope Park to get in behind them as much as it is. This is a great little run here individually by Harry Williams. Gets himself in a good position.
Harry Williams was fantastic in that 45 minutes of play, creating opportunities, creating chances, but just bad giveaway. Again, up high, yellow card given to Derek Foran. Easily could have been hit with a red card to the high thigh of Olivier, and another good shot on goal. And Dominic Jacobet, though, solid as always in the back flick here from Harry Williams. But no score after the first half of play. Here's our halftime stats, and pretty even all around. Swope Park with 4 corner kicks, and that's something we typically see in the favor of the Republic, where they usually own those set pieces and working for those corners. Not the case so far. Shots pretty even as well. And Derek Foran with the only yellow card of the evening. So, Kevin, a couple of your keys was Joaquin Rivas. I want to key on that real quick. How do you think he came out in that position? Overall, that first 45, defensively, probably did a lot he could. He was moving forward. We saw him along that touchline quite a bit.
Yeah, I think he did a pretty good job defensively as well. Going forward, I'd want to see him probably just that final pass, his service into the box, be a little bit better, a little crisper. But defensively, he's done nice. Hasn't had too many breakdowns, and in fact, has had a couple of decent tackles, saving goals potentially. So I think the first half for that key to the match, I think Joaquin's done a fantastic job, and hopefully he can continue here for the next 45 minutes.
Well, the Republic, they're getting ready, warming up. Swope Park as well. And we'll get to substitutions if we have any. It appears at the moment we do not. So it appears the same 11 for each club will be out there for the Republic. Up top, Harry Williams, Cameron Iwasa, Daniel Trickett-Smith, Danny Barrera, Agustin Caceres, and Octavio Guzman in the midfield. James Kiffey, Chris Christian, Derek Foran, Joaquin Rivas, Dominic Jacobek. For Swope Park, Tyler Pasher, Mark Anthony Gonzalez, Daniel Shallowy. In the midfield, Kevin Olivier, Christian Duke, Walefi, Jimmy Mulligan, Amir Jidic, Tommy Meyer, Jacob Campermo. The back four, Zach Lubin, the goalkeeper, who has probably played, realistically, you could argue, his best 45 minutes so far this season. Give a lot of credit, though, to Jidic and Meyer. They've staved off a prolific attack from the Republic in that first 45.
Yeah, there's a good spell there for about 15 minutes where Republic were really kind of knocking on the door, putting a lot of pressure on Swope Park's back four, Meyer and Jidic. But I tell you what, they did a fantastic job. Didn't concede. Really didn't give in that 15-minute spell. Didn't really allow Sacramento to have too many shots or looks on target. So they weathered that storm, and let's see if they can continue to do so for the second half. As Sacramento needs to be able to kind of penetrate better.
Danny Barrera firing up the troops here as they now will head to the south end of the field. The crowd is into it, getting it going. Sacramento Republic, Swope Park Rangers notched at 0. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. A great warm evening, hovering around 80 degrees in Sacramento. We are underway for the second 45 of play, the 9th match in the USL for the Republic. Looking to pick up 3 more points and move up to 16 on the season. So far, just 10 for Swope Park. A win for them would put them up right in the thick of things. So far, though, we are tied.
Anyone's game at this point, Rob. I think, like we talked about at halftime, pretty evenly matched on both sides in terms of chances. I think Sacramento probably has the better chances of the two sides. However, Swope Park was able to get in behind Sacramento more than we've typically seen this year. So something that I think Paul hopefully addressed in that locker room, to know that at this point it really comes down to individual effort for especially our back four right now, that they need to be better, more connected, and more difficult to get through and break down.
Well, Swope Park also playing that one of their key contributors, Jordy Quintilla, was recalled for the match against DC United, which they lost. It was Roger Espinoza who was suspended 1 game for conduct out on the field. Weather delays really setting back that match, which is a drastic difference between the friendly today for the U.S. men's national team getting ready for Copa America. But because of that weather delays, the threat of tornadoes and the thunderstorms, Swope Park was delayed in getting in. They did not arrive to Sacramento until about 8 o'clock last night, and they did not get a full training session in on Thursday. They had a little run through here this morning, but they kind of took it easy coming in to the city of Sacramento here. So interesting to see them. Really no effects from that travel. As you know, Kevin, as a player, when you're not really in your routine, it can easily throw off the entire team.
Yeah, but that's part of the challenge that everyone faces. You know, any league, any team, any sport for that matter. If you're traveling coast to coast, there's going to be situations, even if you're chartering flights, Rob, where if weather's going to mess with your schedule, then things are going to change and you have to adapt and evolve on the fly. So it's a challenge, and hopefully teams figure out a way to manage that as best as they can.
Harry Williams pushes forward, one heavy touch, held from the back, will take a shot on goal, nearly sneaks in. Harry Williams was being drugged from behind by Walefi, And Harry Williams stayed with it. Great poke by number 9. Okay. Corner kick, the second one for Sacramento. It will be Daniel Trickett-Smith to take it. Harry Williams has been absolutely the top aggressor for the Republic tonight. Here's DTS. Will take it with his right foot, looking for the back post. Good play. Looking for Cameron Owasa. Now a break. Pasher off to his left. Appears to be Daniel Shallowy. Shallowy at the circle back to stay on side. Gonzalez comes back for it. The switch here, finding Campanile. Tyler Pasher, number 77, a key player, started his professional career out to the right side. Offside call Oliveira, but Pasher starting with Newcastle United as a youth, then transfer to the Toronto Youth Academy.
It's a good little look right there, Rob, where he's kind of cuts it back across his face, sees somebody out on that right flank, kind of behind his back. Pasher does a good job, has good vision there. Unfortunately, trying to connect guys offside. It's just a poor ball right there again by
Moving forward is Shallowy. Shallowy goes down as Rivas undercuts him.
Ball needs, I mean, that's a tough ball to play with the inside of your foot. Maybe needs to be hit with your laces to get more pace on it by Derek.
Little tink over the top, looking for Shallowy. Rivas plays it well. Looking up is Cameron Owasa. Cameron Owasa sliding back. Now he's moving forward, trying to get it past. Well, Leffy does. Now he's going to be met by, it appears to be, on the touchline there, tries to clear it out. Gedic was right there, and all the players in the circle corner now colliding.
It's well done by Cam. You know, that's what you want your guy. You got to drive the ball into that final third. Like to see him potentially win a corner kick out of that, which I think he was definitely trying to do. But Gedic just a little bit cleverer, craftier in that situation. Does a good job. Clears the ball as you get another look here. See Cam, once he squares up here, is clearly looking for just some sort of deflection.
So Walefi and Gedic there.
Gedic goes down a little soft, but he's up, he's fine. But good effort by Cam. Once again, that's what you want, you know, your wingers to do, to be able to drive in that corner. You see the pace and athleticism in Cam right there, which is, you know, something that's special to have that sort of athleticism on your side, Rob.
Cameron Owasa, Jesuit High graduate. Derek Foran playing way up. Gambles, and it pays off.
That's what Derek's going to be asked to do as your center back in that situation. Ball's lofted up. You're going to be the one task of winning those things.
Finds it at his feet here. Danny Barrera, quick touch.
He's not on the same page there with DTS.
And Rivas takes a quick swipe at it. Last touch by Oliveira. Throw in for Sacramento.
Yeah, good work there by the officiating crew. Linesman sees the deflection.
Joseph Dickerson, our referee tonight, was the head official against Liverpool U21s in Reno on Wednesday. So he's seen this team most recently. Here's the ball squeaking through, looking for Pasher. Good play on the ground by Mark Anthony Gonzalez. Again, Swope Park, the energy has been there for them. They've had a couple of opportunities, so have the Republic. Neither team able to break free. Credit to Swope Park, they've made the field a little bit smaller here to start the second half. Tavo sprays it out just a little too heavy over the top of Cameron Owasa, has to save it before it heads out of the touchline. Now it's James Kiffey going against Pasher. Kiffey so good at working his way from the touchline. Back heel here, finding back. Here's Cameron Owasa, who just sends one in quickly. Tavo goes up for it. On the break, Oliveira and Swope Park. Augustine Caceres fighting. Going hand to hand with Oliveira and slows him down. Great job by Augie.
Does his job perfectly right there. Slows the counterattack down. Doesn't concede a foul. Grabs just enough for it not to be considered and deemed a foul. But good job by Augie slowing things down.
Caceres, first team at the West Coast Conference at St. Mary's.
Really direct Swope Park is right now. I think that's something that's changed a little bit from first half to second half right now. Really trying to play the ball over the top. Not sure if that was discussed maybe in the locker room by Dos Santos, telling his guys look for that, as their center backs might be a little bit disjointed and looking for those gaps in behind.
Which is something I don't know if we've said all season long.
No,
Christian and Derek Foran disjointed. That's the two things we have not put together at all.
Great
DTS
turn.
moving forward, looking for Harry Williams. Harry Williams got a step. Harry Williams comes out with a save as Lubin. Harry Williams with his second time tonight. Looks like he had Lubin one-on-one and just a tad late on the touch. And so again, the Republic will be without a great shot, but a move by DTS to set this whole thing up.
Yeah, great ball. That's the decision making we're talking about. Plays a good ball, good weight on the outside of his right foot. DTS does, and is able to kind of try to link up with Harry. And Harry's just a little bit, so get another look. Just love to see them combining though. Harry does everything, and well done by Lubin coming out, being big.
Tommy Meyer defensively played well right along the shoulder of Harry Williams.
But even going back, I mean, the turn for DTS to get himself in that position was fantastic. Just a little hesitation there. And kind of peels off and opens up, and then's got a big lane and a big gap of space to run into in front of that back four. And that's where you want DTS to be able to start to carve out.
Out comes Jakubek.
Well done by Dom. Looks like he hesitated a little bit. I'd like to see him come out a little stronger, a little quicker.
So what's interesting between these two teams is that Sacramento, not one that will typically allow many shots, only 15 on goal heading into this match, while they have taken 26. Meanwhile, for Swope Park, they have taken 41 shots on goal, but allowed 38. So Swope Park will allow you to get a couple of good looks, and Sacramento's had to stay on his feet, and he's tripped up at the end, and now Harry Williams comes up toppling and maybe took off his boot, and it was Meyer and Gidic collapsing on Harry Williams, and Gidic maybe have got the best of number 9.
Good entry pass there. Cam Iwasa, Harry Williams right on top of the 18-yard box, tries for a little cheeky turn, does a good job, but Gidic is there with a fantastic tackle. And once again, this is the third or fourth time Harry Williams has been in that final spot, just can't get a shot off. Look at good entry pass. Harry Williams finds his way through.
Stays on Gidic, just got him. I think a little lucky there. Here's another turn by Harry Williams. Pokes through Tabo. Tabo! Offside! And the crowd will be as disappointed as we are up here.
That looked very, very close, Rob. Officiating crew's been spot on all day today, but I tell you what, it's a great little run. Once again, Harry Williams, a fantastic turn, and finds that late run, the delayed run by Octavio. Octavio does a great job, finishes it, but is offside nonetheless. So another look here. Can't really tell. Looks like it might have been
Campanile. Looks like he
Campanile being the one holding him on. We see if we can get a view pulled back from midfield just to see where Campanile was in that situation, but a great finish.
And Walefi was holding his hands up as soon as that ball was touched. And we have another look at it, another screen up here.
Yeah, we've got it up here.
We actually have it from one of our videographers up here, and it looks like he was onside. So that's going to be a tough one to swallow. As
Campanille's the one holding him onside on that.
And it's by almost a good step or two. I mean, that was not as close as it looked up on the replay there. We had another look at a picture up here that you cannot see on screen. We do apologize, but there's no doubt that he was onside. It should have been a goal, but it remains no score here. 56 minutes of play. Tough break, crowd disappointed. The Republic have to collect themselves here, though. Campanile just sends it way back post. Another look at it from Shallowick. Kevin, that's tough.
Yeah, it's always tough, especially, you do everything, all the hard work, and this has been one of the things that really has plagued the Republic for the last 3 or 4 months, especially that dry spell we had where just no breaks were going our way. Once again, another example.
Iwasa, Harry Williams. Iwasa again near the byline. Iwasa just outside the area, finding Williams. Williams settles it in. 2 defenders breaking free, getting through UEFA. And Walefi able to close it along with Gidic.
I tell you, he's looking really good right now, Rob, as Harry Williams has been involved in the last 2 or 3 plays, put himself in a good spot. Love that little hesitation. He cut it across his face, back to that left side, completely shifted Swope Park's back four as they're all assuming that he's going to play it out wide right, cuts it back across their face and finds a nice little run by Octavio as the linesman deemed him offside, which I don't necessarily agree with, Rob.
Republic had a couple of tough breaks with the offside call in April. Easily could have been goals. so it's not a start of a new pattern. But Harry Williams from Cheltenham Town, 5th-tier league in Britain, comes over here, takes a chance to sign with Paul Buckle, and then right after him is Daniel Trickett-Smith within the last week.
Yeah, a
So
lot of
couple of British players who have really having an impact, and they've had a big impact on the way this club plays.
Yeah, and that's just the relationships that our staff has right now over in England with a few clubs. Hopefully those continue to grow. But Harry tonight is looking really solid, playing that number 9 position with the veteran Tommy Stewart. He got the nod over Tommy Stewart tonight.
And I thought the way that you saw Daniel Trickett-Smith and Tommy Stewart working together, that's a pair that played very well for 45 minutes against the Liverpool U21s. Great touch by Danny Barrera.
Well, Leffy, well done there.
Leffy started his career in Brazil. Started with the Corinthians Academy in 2007, originally from Sao Paulo. Just 22 years of age, a recent signing for Swope Park. No score at Bonnie Field. Leffy, quick touch to the right side. Swope Park looking to move forward, looking for a break, cutting it back. Back they come. Oliveira now will get a heavy touch on it. As Mulligan, who's come up from that right back position to get into the attack. Leffy now going shoulder to shoulder. Here's another break free. Chris Christian goes down. A foul will be called. And Chris Christian is holding his right ankle.
Yeah, I don't think there's any intent there. Just a slip. This Pastor just trying to go and just tries for too aggressive of a cut and goes. Looks like he might have caught and gets cautioned for it.
And that's it, because it almost seems that he started going down early, but
yeah, I think
the call was there.
He slips there. There's no intent on a tackle. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that being a yellow card.
Well, the boys hope to continue their scoring streak with a streak of matches. They will host the 3rd round of the U.S. Open Cup on Wednesday, June 1st. Their so-called rival LA Galaxy 2 on Saturday, June 4th. Kickoff 8 o'clock. Tickets on sale. Ticketmaster.com.
You had another look at it right there, Rob, where it does look like he probably comes in, makes an effort, go towards the ball. A little bit less of a slip than I initially thought.
Wassa gets it back. Tripped up for a moment. Whistle blows.
That's advantage being called. I don't like that advantage call. Advantage is given, and he's allowed to take 2 or 3 touches before that, and then loses the ball. I think the advantage at that point is already given as that first touch after the foul is happening. In my mind, the advantage rule has been some liberties they've taken. I think it's a good example right there where I don't feel that that's the true spirit of advantage.
James Kippy, good looking ball, just too low, just died quickly. Cameron Iwasa comes up, easy play for Lubin. Well, you might be asking yourself, Swope Park, what does that mean? I've had a couple of questions on that during that week. I don't know what Swope Park is. Well, it is a very large park, 1,800 acres in Kansas City. And as the club was looking to form a USL, they didn't want to do Sporting Kansas City 2. So Sporting decided to use a name that was given to a club that was the reserve club because they trained in Swope Park. And so they were named by the fans the Swope Park Rangers, and there they are. The team name, Swope Park Rangers. So that is where Swope Park comes from. One of the very unique names in the USL this season. It's on the south side of Kansas City, downtown Missouri. They play at the training facility there, the Swope Soccer Village. Sporting KC, it's had its troubles as well. Start off the season very strong. They've only won 1 match in the last 10 now. Here's a break. Pasher with great speed. May have the brightest boots on the field as well.
Pasher does everything right there. Just that final pass decision. I think it's a poor decision, but well read by Chris Christian nonetheless.
Counter for Sacramento. James Kiffey will send one in. Will anybody be home? Gita gets just a tap on it. Trailing to clean it up. Danny Barrera. Barrera working, dribbling in, looking inside of the area. Just crosses out near the byline. Was he working for a corner? And it'll be a goal kick as he tapped it last.
It's got to be quicker there. Danny can't expect to. He's not going to beat anybody with his pace.
So going back to what could have been that goal for Octavio Guzman. Here's Harry Williams moving forward. And
Even
it's hard to see.
Gidic.
You can't see Campanile in this shot. And Campanile is further back. But even if you look, you're right, look at Gidic. He might have a step.
Yeah, Gidic might even be keeping him on as well.
So it easily could be 1-0 for Sacramento. But instead, it remains scoreless. And Joaquin Rivas' night is over. Tommy Stewart from Northern Ireland comes in. And it appears that maybe Octavio Guzman will drop back into that right back position. Your thoughts here, Kevin Goldthwait?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on right now. You got Tommy Stewart going up to the point, bringing Harry Williams underneath him.
And Daniel Trickett-Smith.
DTS out left with Barrera out right now, I think.
And then Caceres. And then you have off to the left is Cameron Iwasa. So your back four now becomes Kiffy, Christian, Foreign, and Octavio Guzman. Guzman, most defensive-minded of the pair.
Yeah, I think
that would take from the midfield to hit
he'll be fine back there, Rob. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm more concerned about what's happening up front. If they're going to go with a diamond somehow, with Tommy Stewart on the point.
Here's Swope Park, though. They continue to be in the attacking third. Tap back to Dominic Djokovic. Dangerous play.
You need to be careful right there. But you know what? I do like the substitution. Very offensive-minded by Paul. You know, we're in the 60th minute. This is when you start to see a lot of changes. A lot of managers elect to use this minute or this point with 30 minutes left in the game to try to influence it somehow. But I like the idea, as I feel Paul Buckles on his front studs thinking offensively, which I like managers to do.
There's a switch to Octavio Guzman from that right back position. See how he cares here. Quick touch to Iwasa. Iwasa stalls on it. Now Iwasa's going to take a turn. Now Iwasa just flails it out. And a great possession wasted by the Republic.
Final touch, let Cam down again. I think the technique there, the technique and the decisions there, he's looking just to drive it with his laces across the face of the goal, which he should do, but just leaning back and his technique lets him down. And a good chance kind of wasted for Cam, but that's where we need him to be better up.
Is a good move with you have Tommy Stewart, Daniel Trickett-Smith, and Harry Williams now.
Yeah, so you're going to have a diamond once again with Harry and Tommy being the point, with both of the guys, Tommy being the top point, Harry being the lower point, and then with DTS and Cam Iwasa giving them width. And hopefully we'll be coming in towards Tommy Stewart as we're going forward.
Tommy Stewart with 5 goals in the U.S., or excuse me, 3 goals in the USL, 8 goals total a season ago. Had 13 in 2014 during the championship run.
This is, our striker that's, we're hoping to get 10 to 12 goals to 15 goals out of him a season. So he's got a lot of work to do. Like to see him start to get himself on a roll. I think every player in a Republic shirt right now has been struggling offensively, but a guy like Tommy, he's got the ability, he's got the technique, he's got the knowledge. He's been there in the game for a long time. And anybody knows anybody can get hot at any point in time. I'd like to see Tommy Stewart start to really hit a stride now.
Here's Pasher and Shallowy. Gets past Christian, settling it here is Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for Oliveira. Guzman comes up, slips for a moment, and the ball juggles around, and now Guzman is going to be hit with a yellow card. So out comes the booking for Octavio Guzman, or is it going to be Augustine Caceres? No, it appears to be Octavio Guzman, or it will be Caceres.
No, it's going to be Octavio there. Octavio was shown the yellow card. Don't know if there was anything after the play here, if we can get another look at it, but Tavo is just a little helter-skelter right there. Get another look right here as he comes in for the tackle. Big, heavy touch there. Loses it there.
No, it is Caceres.
Yeah,
it is
right.
Caceres.
It is Augie, yeah. I don't know if there's much there either, Rob.
So free kick coming up for Swope Park. The second booking by the Republic tonight. 4 and earned 1 in the first half of play.
Yeah, I don't think he's not showing studs or anything. Augie isn't in that situation. Goes in for a hard tackle with the inside of his foot. Need to be solid here on this.
Here's Oliveira, pokes it up high, looking for Gidic. Gidic will try to rebound it, send it into play, cannot get it, and the ball just sails out of play. So a good result for Sacramento defensively after a tough yellow card thrown. Augustine Caceres is asked to do a lot of different things so far this season. That is his second yellow card. He's been in different roles in the midfield, and even at times pushed into the back four when needed. Very versatile player as well. You liked Augie's sort of calm presence out there.
Yeah, he does a good job when he's on the ball. He never panics.
Tommy Stewart able to control it, finding Harry Williams. Harry Williams will turn upfield. Poked away from the backside by Walefi.
Good combination play between the two Brits.
And now here comes a familiar face of the Republic, as it will be checking it into the play, and it's moving over to Dominic Jakubek. But Chris Tierpak will come in at the next dead ball. Excuse me, pause and play at least. Republic substituting Tommy Stewart for Joaquin Rivas, and then Octavio Guzman moved back. This one played for Tommy Stewart. James Kiffey able to fight, just gives it enough. Tommy Stewart gives it right back. Here's Kiffey on the left side. Kiffey near the byline now. Kiffey trying to cross one in. Back post is it last touched, and it will be a goal kick, or excuse me, a corner kick for Sacramento. And now here comes a substitution. Tyler Pasher's night is over. Chris Tierpak in. Now Chris Tierpak was loaned to Austin last season after being picked up by San Jose in the dispersal draft of Chivas USA, and then he joined San Antonio, and then they dispersed. So Kevin, 3 clubs in a matter of a year time, and each one of those clubs that he had been with previously had collapsed. So he's trying to find his way here, a home with the Swope Park Rangers. Public fans will remember him for his game-winning goal for Austin on June 6th. Ball sent in. Chris Christian.
Good ball in the box, though, Rob. You got your big center backs hoofing it up there. It looked like Chris Christian tries to get on the end of it.
Chris Christian played the NASL and the USL last season. Split time with Atlanta and Colorado Switchbacks. His family from Ghana has played Ghana Premier League as well. Tommy Stewart, great first touch. Clearing the ball, getting past Gidic. Now Gidic trying to give chase as Tommy Stewart works his way down the end line. Will take a shot. Comes up high. Zach Lubin.
Tommy Stewart thinking goals. I love that. Coming in. It's his real first chance to have a run, get a couple touches on the ball. But thinking goals, thinking getting something on target. I know Paul's asked him to do that when he gets himself in those situations. Be greedy, take the shot.
Tabo. Iwasa will sprint ahead to his right. Tommy Stewart in the middle. Slowing down is Williams. Back comes Pereira to Tavo. Guzman. Guzman will give it a go. Looking for DTS. DTS stumbles with it. Chicken chance, and it's ricochets off the back line.
Tommy Stewart with an unbelievable opportunity right there. Well done by Swope Park to block the shot.
And a great tackle by the open field by Chris Christian.
But that play comes from Daniel Trinket-Smith on that back post, coming in and crashing, keeping the ball alive off that Octavio Guzman service, falling right to the feet of Tommy Stewart. Tommy Stewart gets his foot on it, just can't get it, through the traffic of Swope Park that they were able to park back there.
Christian Duke, Shallowy with the left foot. Shallowy, one more touch. We'll give it a look at it. Dominic Jakubek able to recover now with the right foot, right into the gutter. Jakubek who falls to his knees. Great goalkeeping by Dominic Jakubek. Shallowy had him not once, possibly twice, and even a third time. And Dominic Jakubek gets the crowd on their feet.
Yeah, well done by Dom. That's what you want from your goalkeeper, Rob. We talked about it. He's going to have to, make a save once or twice throughout the course of the game. He does a good job, does just enough to slow down Swope Park in that situation as Republic are back on the attack right now. Shallowy was there. Shallowy needs to do a little bit better, in my opinion, right there. Get a shot off with his left foot, maybe. But well done by Dominic.
Look at the effort here.
Just comes out, makes himself big. Shallowy's got to get something off. He's got to get something off, something a little bit better. And then Dom makes himself big right in the breadbasket and smothers it. Here's a good look at DTS on the back post, keeping it alive, falling right to the feet. And well done. Looked like Gidic there.
Gidic just come up big a few times for Swope Park. On that back line, he has come up and made some big-time plays. On the run, here's Chris Tierpak for the first time tonight.
Tierpak's someone you got to deal with too, Rob. His pace.
24 years of age.
And this is a good substitution in my mind by Dos Santos. He's a guy that can really start to set the tone for, oh my gosh.
And it just went in. And so from distance, somehow it caught everyone off guard, and Swope Park on the board in the 73rd minute.
Just absolutely took the wind out of this whole stadium, Rob. Everyone is shell-shocked right now. Not sure if this is a deflection. Get a good look right here.
And Olivier, with his head down, just took a shot at it. I don't think it got off the...
It's moving a little bit, though, Rob. It moves a little bit. These balls nowadays, if you strike them cleanly, and this isn't not too much movement, it's just going to have a little bit of a slice on it.
The referee almost setting his screen as well, and Jakubek outreached, just could not get a glove on it, and just like that, Swope Park has scored their first goal of the night, and it's a big one against the Republic.
Yeah, Republic should still stay motivated here, continue to do what they've been doing. They've been knocking on the door.
Guzman will try himself from deep. And during that break, and during that we had a substitution, is Max Alvarez now in for Daniel Trickett-Smith. So DTS's night is over. Harry Williams, Tommy Stewart remain up top. And the Sac State alum comes onto the field for the Republic for the first time this evening.
I like him on this right side, Rob. Inverted winger situation. Loves to come in on his left foot and have a strike on target, and strikes such a good ball with his left foot.
How about Oliveira? He has had one heck of a night, causing fits for the Republic. And then just like that, able to strike one from distance when I don't think anyone thought he was going to take a good stab at it. Finds the back of the net, and that's his second goal on the season.
And that's one too, Rob. In those situations,
down hard goes Iwasa.
As a holding midfielder or even a center back, you're kind of thinking, 30, 35 yards out. I'll give him the shot from this point. Get another look at the tackle. You almost you want and you invite that to happen as you get your faith in the goalkeeper. This is going to take something really special.
Kiffy deflected handball. There the whistle finally blows. Free kick coming up for Sacramento off a Tierpak.
But you almost invite that sometimes, and obviously it comes back to bite you. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword, so to speak. So you allow that space to be given.
Danny Barrera, Max Alvarez.
Let's get some crisp, sharp runs.
Stewart, Williams, Christian, Iwasa, Foreign, all in the box. This ball driven hard. Shallowy trying to clear it. We've seen a lot of teams come into Bonnie Field and try to sit back and slow this thing down. Swope Park has not done that tonight. Do you expect it now, though, Kevin, with about 15 minutes remaining?
Yeah, I think they're going to kind of...
Well, here's a chance, though, for Sacramento. Pushing forward. Tavo will give it a look. Tries to send it hard into the feet of Tommy Stewart. At the foot now of Tommy Willard. Who bounces the rebound. It's Cameron Iwasa! And they're saying offside, or is it goal? No, it's in!
What a wonderful piece of football right there. Dominic Jakubek's the happiest guy in the field. He's down on his knees as Swope Park's trying to get things back. But what a wonderful play. Great build-up, great unselfishness. Wonderful one-touch football in that final third. So much composure by our guys in that situation to finish it off. Cam Iwasa finds himself. Look at this play. Great little touch here by Harry.
And then Tommy Stewart
with a great layoff, finding Cam Iwasa. Tommy Stewart with his back to the goal, one touch, sees Cam Iwasa standing there. Cam just slots it home. What a finish. Great build-up, great play. Wonderful to level things within 2 to 3 minutes of conceding. And this is momentum shifter too. The crowd here at Bonnie, they're back in it right now.
Just within moments of this goal by Oliveira, back comes Tommy Stewart to find Cameron Iwasa. And now it's Tommy again who's getting a round of applause from the crowd as he has added a spark to this attack. He continues. The 29-year-old, one of the elder statesmen on this club who was here during the championship run, has the Republic with the equalizer. Cameron Iwasa pressuring and misplayed by the Swope Park Rangers.
Lubin's had some fits tonight with communication. Comes off his line, doesn't come off his line nearly as well as he should. whether he isn't communicating or hasn't had too much experience with this back four right now, but they seem to be kind of all over the place and miscommunication left and right.
Derek Foran comes up strong. Crowd likes it. The energy has definitely picked up at Bonnie Field. James Kiffey goes in hard, will be called with the foul against Tierpak. Well, that changed quickly. Sacramento, not just a soccer capital, but a rugby city as well. This summer, join us at Bonnie Field, the inaugural season of pro rugby, as well as when the Eagles take on Russia. June 25th. For deets and details, visit bonniefield.com. And Christian Duke is being attended to, and they're going to call in the medical staff. It is amazing the amount of looks the Republic have had tonight, and the one that goes in seemingly to be one of the most difficult.
Yeah, a wonderful piece of play. The build-up, the patience, the execution. Great response, too, especially after conceding a goal. For that sort of mentality to be with the guys, to concede and immediately start to drive down. And Paul's bringing the guys over right now for a little bit of a chat.
Cameron Owasa's second goal on the season. He's had a couple of big ones with his time with the Republic. Right place, right time. And again, Tommy Stewart unselfishly able to find a teammate in the right place. And there's your quick touches.
Yeah, here's the ball just moved. Tommy Stewart just sees Cam just sitting right there. Just slot it home, big fella. Well done by Cam. Tell you what.
Right on the arm of Lubin.
Lubin almost gets his hand on it. But the pace of play right there, you see Lubin how out of position he was. I mean, he's figuring at least maybe Harry, maybe Tommy's going to be the one taking the strike. But the unselfishness in that final third ended up paying dividends for the Republic in that situation. And a good, cool, calm finish by Cam Owasa.
Nearly 80 minutes gone by. It's been back and forth. And now both clubs have scored in the second half of play. Leffy will take the restart. Out of play. Tommy Stewart with his second assist on the night, or excuse me, on the season. And it's interesting, when the Republic allowed the other opponent to score first, they're 0-3-1. See if they can knock in one more to change that course of history. About 10 minutes to play, and we do have a substitution coming up. And it appears it will be Thomas Granito, and he will replace Christian Duke. So Granito, 12 appearances for FC Edmonton, the NASL, a season ago. Played in El Salvador before that. Originally from Florida, the 22-year-old brought in as part of the building of this USL team for Sporting KC. It appears that Christian Duke might have hurt himself, and he's taken his sweet time off the field, but he was attended to the side just a few moments ago, so hopefully the Kansas City area native, it's nothing more serious than just a bit tightness here. So Granito comes in the midfield, and it's Olivier Granito and Walefi now. Tierpak, Gonzalez, Shallowy up top, Mulligan, Gidic, Meyer, Campernoll, and Lubin in the box. Lubin giving up his now 6th goal on the season after the one that slots home from Cameron Owasa. Dominic Jokubek on the other, just the 4th goal in USL play that he has allowed. Moving forward again, Cameron Owasa into the area, has traffic, tried to squeeze it to either Tommy Stewart or possibly Max Alvarez. Couldn't find either. Christian comes in hard, finding the back of Gonzalez. Gonzalez maintains control, looking for Tierpak on the run. Is he onside? He is. So Tierpak just outside. Tavo comes with a nice defensive play, but left it wide open. And sails offline.
He needs to have more composure there. He's got time to take 2 or 3 touches and keep the ball and retain possession. It lets you just have a...
So it looks like now Harry Williams is out. Alfonso Galvan. A defensive move here by Paul Buckle. So Galvan comes in. He will replace Harry Williams, who had a great night attacking, has kept Republic offense
another shift
moving
here.
forward.
Another decent,
Sacramento now moving.
Another decent shift here in the lineup for Sacramento.
Moto Galvan goes into the back.
But this is what's interesting about this 5 substitution rule, Rob. You've got the ability, if you're Paul Buckle or Dos Santos, to really influence the game and roll the dice 2 or 3 times through the course of a game. Typically, with the 3 substitutions, you only have one chance as a manager to make an impactful decision. But now, with us scoring a goal in between the first sub and the second sub, you can really try to change the lineup and modify things as you see fit. And it looks like once again you got Max Alvarez is going to move from the outside to the in.
Here's a shot taken deep. Christian gets his head on it. Still in play for the Swope Park Rangers. Dominic Jakubek doing some shuffling before that. And it'll be a corner kick coming up for Swope Park.
It's just Chris Christian there, really heavy legs, but just a poor clearance leads to a concession of a corner. Oliveira out there.
Oliveira with the lone Swope Park goal tonight from distance. Caught everyone off guard. Now they stack the box of Jakubek. This one's sent in. Looking back post. Shallowy. Shallowy can't get to it. Sails out of play.
What an interesting setup they have there, Swope Park. I mean, they just try to throw a bunch of bodies in that 6-yard box, and it looks like Shallowy in that situation is the one that peels off to the back post. And I imagine what they're trying to do is loft the ball into the back post to Shallowy and then have him nod it back across the face. And hopefully at that point in time, there's so much confusion with the amount of bodies in the box that marks are lost and runners aren't picked up. Interesting decision by Dos Santos to do that. I love the creativity in that, though.
And we have the substitution, so Shallowy is out. And Nanzel Sobol is now in from Nigeria. So Sobol is a striking position. Shallowy with a good night as well. Very attacking, very aggressive. And Walepi just climbs on the top of the back. Easy foul call. No intent there. Just got caught up. But he'll be thrown a card. And sometimes those are tough because clearly Walepi was going for a little bit further of a ride than he anticipated. And just found the back of Cameron Owasa. Did try to help, and he jumped. So
Cam does a good job there. Just gets himself in between the ball and Walefi and forces the foul. Cam knows that's coming.
And Walefi's not a small man out there. One of the bigger on the field, no doubt about it. Nice move here by the Republic. Outside and down goes what appears to be Kippy outside, and now into the face of the referee Dickerson. Comes up as Oliveira, and a yellow card is shown, and it's going to be given to Oliveira, who got right into the grill of the referee Joseph Dickerson after the play. Tierpak, I think, is the one who took down what appears to be Max Alvarez. Oliveira extremely frustrated. Easy call. Yellow card starting to pile up here. It'll be the left-footed Max Alvarez to take it. The crowd into it. 86 minutes played here at Bonnie Field. Can they get one more? Sends it in hard, looking for Christian. And a follow-up by Joe Barrera. Oh, that thing sailed, and it's Lubin who is able to get to it, and back comes the Republic for a corner kick. It'll be quickly set by Danny Barrera.
What a strike by Danny Barrera on the weaker right foot.
Still in play. Max Alvarez comes up for it. So does Motogalvan, sending it forward. Looking for Tommy Stewart was Chris Christian. Christian with a nice look for Tommy Stewart. Now Tommy Stewart able to settle it in. Barrera with a strike from distance.
Yeah, Lubin with a fantastic save right there. We saw Danny Barrera do that last week.
And here goes Christian looking for Max Alvarez. Christian back again, so aggressive. The center back now has to get back as Swope Park looking to break free. Oliveira. Now it's Tierpak. Walefi. Tierpak. Back on the Republic, James Kiffey. Not out of the clear quite yet. James Kiffey, Barrera, Motogalvan. Back to Barrera. Can they break one? Max Alvarez, crowd wants it. Too heavy of a touch. and an easy whistle blown. What a great combination from Sacramento a few moments ago, as they never quite gave up on it. And here is, again, a ball that just sailed perfectly. Great job by Zach Lubin. All the credit to the
Another
goalkeeper.
look at this, just the technique right there. Look at the short swing by Danny Barrera. We talked about that in the Liverpool game. He had it with his left foot. Ball's rolling back to you. You don't need to swing hard. All you want to do is make good contact with the ball. The pace coming at you and the pace it leaves your foot is going to be enough power and enough strength for it to be influential on a goalkeeper. And Danny does a great job. Slows his swing down, makes sure his technique's proper, puts his laces right through the back of the ball. And you saw the spin on it too. It was perfect backspin, which shows the sort of contact that Danny Barrera gets to get. And have another look right here, as you got Chris Christian kind of fighting through the traffic as well. Danny Barrera just strikes it cleanly. What a save. What a save.
A great job by Chris Christian to try to avert his eyes from Lubin from looking at the ball.
And there's a lot of bodies for Lubin to be looking through right there. Does a really good job, Lubin does, to make that save and parry it out away from the goal.
Granito. And Swope Park almost trying to bait the Republic into making a silly mistake, but Sacramento just keeping the pressure on. Chris Christian makes the smart play. Tavo down the right flank. Now it's Tavo who's playing the right back position. Came in for Joaquin Rivas, who's in for Emmer Clemente, who's out with the Montenegro national team. Back to Guzman. Centros down low. Good looking ball for Tommy Stewart on the backside. Another opportunity. And now a corner kick again for the Republic.
It's a great ball in the box. So difficult for center backs and defenders to deal with that ball when you're facing your own goal and sticking your foot out. Chance for something to deflection off your foot, maybe on target, but a great ball in the box by Tavo.
Tommy Stewart wants it. He says he's wide open. It won't be Tavo. It'll be Max Alvarez, end swinger. Back to Guzman. Guzman.
It's got to be better.
Got crowd into it. Not many moments left here in this match, but it's all knotted at one apiece.
You got plenty of time in that situation, Rob. I know your eyes are going to get big and you're going to get pretty anxious as that ball's rolling to you, but you got to find a way to settle yourself and settle your nerves when the ball's rolling to you. Take a good first touch and just put your laces through the back of the ball and hope it goes in. But you got to find target.
Foreign. Alvarez, too heavy of a touch, but he's able to collect himself, taken down by Ginsby, Lefty.
Looks like Granito might have been called for that first call.
Our sprint stoppage time, 4 minutes here between the Swope Park Rangers and the Sacramento Republic on this Memorial Day weekend. Should honor all of those who served and gave up their lives. We appreciate the families and all those who serve here. There's a good ball in for Tommy Stewart. Back at it. Here's Tavo coming up big. Tavo tries to make a run on it. And Swope Park able to recover. And it's Sabot. Christian pressured by Tierpak. Tierpak looking just to break free. Crowd starting to chant their own directions, Kevin. It's interesting to see just in the last few years the knowledge of the city and the soccer that's being played tries to dump it off to Tommy Stewart. You start hearing the crowd in front of us yelling commands, and that's something we didn't see 2 years ago.
No, it's the right shout, though. Whoever was yelling it was telling him to play the ball to Tavo earlier. Still found a decent ball to Danny Barrera, but Danny needs to be on a half turn in that situation so he can see what's in front of him and realize that he has the space and he can drive into it and take 10, 20, 30 yards of space and get in the final third.
Well, Alex Milano now began his career with FC Dallas Juniors Club. Now in for Swope Park. He replaces Kevin Oliveira, who has the lone goal for the for the Swope Park Rangers. He scored first from distance, about 35 plus yards away. Cameron Iwasa, the equalizer, a few minutes later. And that is where we stand at Bonnie Field. They've been a handball. A couple minutes remaining here, and the substitutions continue to pour in.
You got 2 minutes ago. This is a strategic sub, I think, by Dos Santos, just slowing things down, trying to slow things down, take the momentum out of the game. But I tell you what, there's going to be an opportunity for the Republic.
Maybe grab a point on the road if you possibly can. Tavo, good ball moving forward. A switch here by Barrera, plays it behind Kiffy, who has to come back and get it. And Kiffy's first touch is right on point. Now he's breaking it back in. He's looking for some space, finding it. A little tap and go from Alvarez. And it will be a corner kick. It will be. Great play by James Kiffy. Recognized he didn't have a teammate with him, so he set it off the heel of the Swope Park Rangers.
Going to be an outswinger here with their 2 left-footed set-piece takers. See Chris Christian get himself on this and score a game winner.
Republic have been better on set pieces. Can they convert? They retain possession nonetheless. Here's Danny Barrera, one more go. Danny Barrera again. Tierpak, Barrera. Good look at it. Ball driven in hard. And it's played in! It's played in! And they'll say no goal.
Wide of the net. Not sure, it might have been James Kiffy in that situation. Ball was just played just out for a goal kick, off target. But what a chance. I told you, Rob, we're going to get an opportunity right there. It's a great ball in the box. Get another look at it. Max out. Yeah, James Kiffy's the one that gets on, just pulls it back. James Kiffy gets that left foot. Got to find target, Rob. See it go wide there, sail in the back of the net.
Wide. From this
Get a good look at it right here.
Wow, just off the mark. The crowd is still stunned. The crowd from the west end that we are here, the vantage point we had, it also looked to sail right in the way that it hit the back advertising post and bounce into the net. So no goal. It remains 1-1. Heartbreak at Bonnie Field. They wanted that one. The Republic offense had been pushing the attack, never letting up. But here's Swope Park Ranger with a couple of minutes to go. They'll try to sneak one themselves. Maybe one more good possession before the whistle blows. Trailing is Sabol. Sabol can't handle it. Tabo will quickly look to throw it in for Danny Barrera. But Galvan. Guzman, the crowd getting into it. They want another goal. They want another chance at it. Will they get it? Might be a final chance here for the Republic. They've got to move forward. Galvan. And that will be it. So the whistle blows. Final here at Bonnie Field. 1-1. The crowd a little despondent. It appeared James Kiffy had tapped in the game winner. It went to the side of the net. And a little bit stunned, but a result nonetheless. They'll get a point at home. 1-1. Swope Park, Sacramento will have your highlights coming up. An exciting match at Bonnie Field. Just not the result some home fans were hoping for.
August. We'll have 8 p.m. kickoffs. Gates will open at 6:30 for a full schedule. Once you can go and download on your mobile device or calendars, just visit sacrepublicfc.com. Head downtown to De Vere's Irish Pub, your home for all things soccer for the official Sacramento Republic FC post-pint party. You can enjoy the new menu and drinks with your fellow Sacramento Republic FC fans. And now, down to Scott Marsh for our Bonnie Plumbing Man of the Match. Scott, take it away.
All right, Jamie, thank you very much. Here with our Bonnie Man of the Match, Cameron Owasa. Let's hear for Cameron, who got that equalizing goal in the second half. Cameron coming up with the tie tonight. I know it's a bit of a frustrating result for you guys. I know you had a goal called back, had a great chance late in the game to get a victory.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely wanted more. Whenever we're home, we always are looking for 3 points. But good battle from the boys after going down a goal to fight hard and get one back.
Yeah, it seemed like when they got that goal, it really put a sense of urgency in your team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously once you give up a goal, it's you got to respond, and we were able to do so. I think it was only 3 or 4 minutes afterwards that we came back and scored. So I mean, that's a good sign. Once again, unfortunate not to get all 3 points, but still a good hard-fought battle.
Yeah, you'll take a point anytime you can get it. Let's talk about that goal. It was some great interior passing that sent you for that goal.
Yeah, it was some good ball movement for sure. Harry played it into Tommy with the unselfish layoff, and I had an open net. It was just had to slot it home.
Yeah, Tommy made the extra pass because he had a shot on goal too.
Yeah, gave up a good shot for a great one, and I'm thankful for it. It was an easy finish in the end for me.
All right, so you get the point tonight. USL action back in action Wednesday night. U.S. Cup again. Kitsap Pumas are here. 8 o'clock start, third round action, and a chance to play the Seattle Sounders on the line with a victory on Wednesday.
Yeah, the Open Cup is obviously different from the league, but we want to have a great run. We had an okay run last year. We're looking to go even farther this year, so a very important match coming up.
All right, great job tonight. Good luck on Wednesday. Let's hear for Cameron Owasa, everybody. Back to you, Jamie.
And thank you for joining us this evening for another sellout match here at Bonnie Field. A reminder that the beer garden in the market will stay open for those wanting to enjoy one last pint. Please travel home safely, have a good night, and a great Memorial Day, and we'll see you June 1st.
High fives all around. Not the jubilant celebration I think many were hoping for. 2 goals that just missed the mark. 1 called back for offside. Let's take a look at your full-time highlights presented to you by NorCal Honda Dealers. NorCal gets it for style, performance, and value. Can't beat Honda. NorCalHondaDealers.com. Harry Williams. Time after time, he made play after play, and just brilliant on the ball. Here's one with Otavo. Should have been a goal. Was called back.
Now get a look at that. Hard tackling on Chris Christian. And then this is the final in extra time. Giffey's got to hit target. Otavo swinging balls in. DTS on the back post. Tommy Stewart, well played by Didic there. And here's a good save by Big Dom Jokovic. Slows things down enough, gets himself back in, gets his feet right.
Shallow, he had too many good looks at it, just could not do it. And here's the one that caught everyone off guard. Oliviera looked like he was moving off to the right and then just took a turn and found the net.
Yeah, Dominic he knows he should do better right there. And there's a good look at our build-up, the one-touch passing, and then the nice slot home from Cam Owasa. And another look from a different angle.
Nothing better than that when you see a combination working to perfection and right through the armpit of Lubin. Cameron Owasa, his 2nd goal on the season. Sacramento walks away with a draw here at home, so they'll get a point, and nothing better. I mean, it's better than nothing. So I know they wanted to win, didn't get it, but nonetheless, a couple of cautions thrown tonight, 5 altogether. Foreign, Pasher, Caceres, Walefi, Oliviera, all thrown with a yellow card. And let's take a look at our full-time stats. And the goals coming from Kevin Oliviera and Cameron Owasa 3 minutes later in the 76th minute. Overall, pretty evenly matched game. I think this is one that was exciting, fun. You just didn't get the 3 points I think you're hoping for.
Yeah, I think it probably took Sac Republic a little bit too long to really have that bite and the gusto. It took that goal for them to really understand the urgency, and they had it immediately. Obviously scored 3 minutes later and had 2 or 3 chances after that to try to get that second game-winning goal. But unfortunate for them, I think that the attitude that, if I'm Paul talking to you guys, the attitude was there when the goal happened. It shouldn't take us conceding a goal for that energy to be lifted. But nonetheless, a draw, a well-earned draw, some character shown by the guys to be able to dig deep and get that tying, equalizing goal.
And they've been fun to watch as of late. Open Cup match here Wednesday. Don't miss it. You can't make it, come Saturday. Los Angeles Galaxy 2. The match will also be on CW 31. Great atmosphere at Bonnie Field every time the Galaxy 2 come to town. And we don't tell you about all the epic matches between those two clubs. Well, it's a draw here at Bonnie Field tonight. I want to thank our entire crew, Mark Land, our director, executive producer, Rusty Pravat, and the entire crew with Franklin Pictures behind the scenes, the staff of Republic as well for Ira, Gazilla Art, stage director for Kevin Goldthwait. I'm Rob McAllister. Full-time score 1-1, a draw for the Republic in Week 9.